Today I will show you two of the most straightforward approaches for beating the new raid boss, Goliath. Right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is not do it on the highest tier you can do. At least not right away. I'd do a tier below your max, which will look something like this. You're just not going to have a good time doing the highest tier right away unless you've already gotten good rings from other people. You're going to need some lower tier dummy rings first. The stats matter less than the abilities they can give you. The one you're looking for is health regen. This is essential for solo raids. It makes the raid process go from almost impossible to very manageable, especially if the total regen rate is over 10% every 3 seconds, which is what you're seeing in the run here. So if you're level 200, for example, and have no rings, you're gonna have to sacrifice a day's worth of raids to gather dummy rings with regen. Or you can gaslight people into giving you rings. That works too. If you already have 2 rings with sufficient regen, then all you need to do now is invest enough HP to tank quite a few attacks from Goliath. So if you're doing the tier 200 raid, for instance, anywhere from 10 to 16 billion health will be sufficient, depending on which strategy you use. Maybe more HP if you're not the best at dodging or if you're playing on mobile. This will drag the raid on a bit longer, but also pretty much guarantees a win. Now as for the fight itself, it's painfully straightforward. So there's an easy strategy that pretty much guarantees a win, or there's a slightly trickier but quicker strategy. We'll cover the easy one first since it's the one you've been watching the entire time. So this jackass is going to immediately start flinging 38 bulldozers worth of trash at you, and you're just gonna have to eat most of it. The key is, as long as you're able to self-heal fast enough, it won't matter too much if you get hit by anything. However, do not get hit by his lightning or spinning attack, and do not get hit by his minions' explosions either. These are the only attacks you actually have to watch out for, as they disable your healing temporarily. And I don't think I need to tell you why that'd be a bad thing. At a certain point, once he's lost about 20% of his HP, he'll go into a shield mode, and a blue vortex looking ball will appear in the middle. Simply bring that to one of the 4 energy cores in the corners of the map, and it'll destroy the core, temporarily disabling Goliath's shield and any attacks of his in the process, and allowing you to actually do more than a pinky toe worth of damage again. I'd recommend saving your attack for right when his shield goes out, because it doesn't last very long if other energy cores remain. This process will repeat 3 more times until all the cores are destroyed. After that, he can't shield or use his electric attack anymore, greatly speeding up the process of killing Goliath while also being easier to survive. And that's about it. You simply strafe around him while eating his weaker attacks while regenning, and then you win. That's it for the tank strat. For the next strategy, you can afford to have a bit less health as long as you're quite capable of avoiding attacks. 10 to 12 billion should be enough. You might have noticed I don't mention specific movesets or attacks on this video. That's because it really doesn't matter. If the attack you use does damage, then it works. Unless you're intentionally using a stupid move like Yokai Transformation or Hands of Death, then you'll be fine. For this run, you're going to immediately want to be inside of him. Pause. You'll want to be around the center of the map the entire time where he is. You will avoid every single attack he does except for his spinning attack. Although you'll still have to mind his minions as well as the lightning for the first half of the raid. Every attack he does is on a cycle, and the one you actually have to worry about is his spin attack, which is the last one in his cycle. He uses this right after he gives birth to his minions, which is actually convenient. You're going to have to back up a considerable amount while he does his spinning attack, and while he does this, you want to bait the minions into blowing themselves up. Although you don't have much time to do this before you have to run back to the center. The first half of this run will be fairly hard with the lightning attack mixed in there, but once you get past that hump, This strategy is also quite easy, and you simply keep repeating the cycle until he dies once more. And then you're a winner! And the best part about all of this is you're not even guaranteed to get a ring. You can get anywhere from 0 to 3 or 4 rings from a single run, all varying from being absolutely useless to incredibly game-changing for your loadout. I'll go more into these rings in another video, showcasing my updated runs in Yokai Peaks with both Mage and Warrior sets, with the best rings I've been able to acquire. Thank you for watching the introduction to this new and improved anime arc, and I will see you next time.